Hi, this is Gopal Krishnadevedi and I welcome you to this third topic of session 9, that is net etiquettes. We use internet for various purposes. Sometimes we enjoy being on social media, whether it is Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp or some other like Twitter and all. Sometimes we are on professional social connections through LinkedIn and Twitter, and sometimes we use Google Plus and Gmail and other services, or we may even visit YouTube. Whatever may be the purpose, but whenever we browse internet, whenever we are on internet, we should take care of certain things so that we do not become the part of any trouble in future. The very first suggestion of net etiquettes is, sometimes people call it netiquettes. So very first suggestion is we should avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is the term that says that stealing somebody's idea or thought or work is called plagiarism. If somebody is writing a story and by chance he or she shared the story with me in some trust, and the moment I heard the story and I placed this story with my name somewhere else, then this would be called as plagiarism. That would be called the stealing of somebody's idea or thought or data. So we should avoid plagiarism. We should avoid copying somebody's idea, somebody's thought, somebody's text and placing it with our name. And this is offensive and this is punishable these days across the globe. So we should avoid plagiarism while we are browsing internet or we are using internet for our own purposes. So before you post anything, like these days norms are very strict. If somebody is writing a research paper or somebody is writing a thesis of PhD or MPhil or something, so before you take something from internet and you make it a part of your own thesis, make it a part of your own book, make it a part of your own content, and if you do not scan it and if it goes beyond the limits allowed for plagiarism, definitely even after your PhD is awarded, even after your thesis is approved, this may be cancelled, this may be disapproved, and maybe there could be legal cases against you. So the very first thing is we should avoid plagiarism through internet. If we wish to take some content from somewhere, we should acknowledge it. We should take the proper permission from the person who owns it, and if required we should definitely make the payment also to have that content in our own content. Second suggestion for net etiquettes includes we should use proper quotes. There are certain quotations by certain business personalities, some great personalities, and there is some politician who said something somewhere. But what we do for our own purpose, sometimes we split the quotation. We take the initial 2 lines and we avoid mentioning the other 4 lines that he had or she had spoken. Sometimes we take the middle 1 line, sometimes we take the last line, sometimes we take some few words. And since we do not quote the whole quote, we do not take the full quote, in that case the meaning may change. We may somehow present this line said by somebody which means something else, but if the full quote is given, then the meaning may change. So that also is not considered good. So we should take care that whenever we use quotes by someone, definitely we should use the full quote and we should use it properly so that the meaning does not change, so that the person who has been referred to does not feel offended. One more thing is say, in my earlier presentation I said that the camera is very candid. If your camera is active, it may capture anything which you may not be aware of even. Similarly, internet is one such thing which is connected to everyone across the globe. So anything that you type on internet, anything that you say on internet could be global in a minute. So that may put you in some embarrassment in future. So please make sure that you do not gossip, you do not say anything on camera that is very personal. So I would suggest you not to gossip on internet. Keep personal information personal, because once you share it, maybe you have developed a trust with someone and you are sharing some of your very personal photographs with the person, but today he is one of your very good friends, but tomorrow the relations may change, tomorrow there could be some enmity, and 2 years later if he has already saved this picture and he or she shares this picture there on internet with the persons across the globe, then you may be in trouble in 2 years later. So I would suggest you not to speak, not to post, not to share anything which is very personal. So it is recommended that you don't gossip on internet. As I said earlier, we should not steal copyrighted stuff, whether they are pictures or videos. Most often people go to search engines, they go to pictures, they go to images, and if they like certain images, they copy the image and they paste it there somewhere in their own stuff, but they are not aware that this picture could be copyrighted. There are certain organizations, there are certain companies that they have the business of creating these pictures and posting them on internet, so that the people will see these pictures and they will buy these pictures from these companies, these firms. But if somebody is not buying these pictures and using it without the permission, without the rights, then the company may file a case against such users. So it is recommended, whether this is a video or this is a picture, you should always make sure that this is not a copyrighted picture, whether this use is allowed or not, whether this is on payment mode, payment basis. So you should take care of this. You might have noticed sometimes that whenever, even if some birthday celebration is going on and you are playing some Bollywood number or some other famous international song, then Facebook does not post this video straight away on Facebook. They say that there is a sound, there is a song being played in the background and this song is a copyrighted song, so do you have the permission to post this sound with your birthday celebration? So when you click that yes, I have the right, I have already paid the amount, or I have been allowed otherwise to post this song on the on Facebook, then only Facebook will go ahead and post the video on your behalf, on your risk, because you have taken the responsibility. Otherwise, there is one more option, to mute the video, so that this sound, this video does not go on internet and you are saved from copyright issues. So this is really serious. So whenever you post pictures or videos, you should take care that you do not post anything which is copyrighted. Mind your language is an old saying, but see, when there is some face-to-face interaction, when you're sitting with one of your friends and if you somehow go casual, nobody notices because people do not know what you said. But on internet, the moment your tongue slips, you are in trouble. So please mind your language, that you do not use a foul language, you do not speak casually, and you do not make any irrelevant, any inappropriate comment against any caste, creed, religion or person which may put you in trouble. So the very first suggestion is that you should not use any slangs and you should avoid obscenity in the language even, so that people do not feel offended, so that there are no curses against you in future, so that you do not become the part of a trouble. Yes, be patient with newbies. See, there are people who are learning internet now as you had learned internet a little earlier. When you were learning using internet or browsing internet, you were doing the same things that the other persons are doing now when they are learning internet. So please be patient with them. Why? Because the people who are new to internet, they may take more time to read what you have written, and they may take little more time to comprehend the meaning of the sentences or the pictures posted or the videos shown, and they may take even more time in responding. So please do not be impatient, do not curse them, do not write bad words about them, and let them learn internet. So don't demoralize them in total, and we should encourage them so that they also become as expert as you are today. One more important suggestion is that we should avoid spamming. What is a spam? I had read somewhere that spam is a spotless, pointless, annoying mail. So spam is something which is coming your way without you solicit for it. So every morning when you open your mail, you see that 10 or 12 mails are there for which you never wrote any expectations, you never wrote a mail, and still they are there. for the promotion of certain products, for certain updates and all. So you have got a new job of deleting them first before you are going for important mails. The way it annoys you, it annoys other people also. So when some spam is coming your way in your inbox, you know how irritating it is. But when you are sending the same spam to others, do you realize how irritating it is? So the suggestion is that you should not send irrelevant mails to many people. And there are people who are very fond of sending happy new year and happy birthday wishes or good morning and all, but be very careful that such wishes are not going to many, especially to those who are not expecting this. So avoid spamming, please. Another suggestion is that overuse of emoticons should be avoided. When you are using social media apps like Facebook or WhatsApp, we keep on adding emoticons, we keep on adding smileys. They look good in the informal, in the casual or in the personal conversation, but we should avoid them in the formal communication. I dare not using irrelevant emoticons if I am interacting with someone who has a formal relationship with me, and I dare not using emoticons when I am communicating with my boss, my director, my dean academics, or if I'm working with a company, I cannot think of using emoticons with anyone who is in a formal relationship with me, whether it is a client or it is my boss. So I would suggest you not to overuse, and in formal cases not to use them at all. The emoticons, they should be avoided. They are good for your personal chatting or with when you're communicating with your friends and family members. Similarly, we should avoid using internet for personal interest in the office. Why? Because offices have certain norms. In certain offices and companies, you have got the limit of some data also. But even if it is unlimited data available, you should take care that you do not browse internet for your personal purpose. If you are watching certain songs, if you are watching certain videos, or you are making some phone calls on the cost of the internet facility provided by the college to you or by the company to you, this could be objectionable. And remember, whenever you are working on the official IP address, definitely anything that you do on your laptop, on your computer, is being watched by somebody, and even if they are not watching now, they can watch it little later. So all your activities, all the website you are browsing, they are all under watch, under surveillance. So if you watch anything nonsense, if you use it for any nonsense purpose, even if you use it for any good personal purpose, this could be objectionable and you may be in trouble in future. So you should avoid using internet for your personal interest in the office. So this also is over now. This presentation is complete. This way now you know what are the net etiquettes and what are the video call etiquettes. We have completed these two important topics along with personal grooming in session 9 of this course. This is all. Thank you so much. God bless.